All right, hey y'all, Republic TV here, talking to you about personal liberty and holding up America as a light to the world, fighting for inalienable rights. And today we're going to talk about what's the problem with the Republican Party. I think it boils down to one simple thing, so stay tuned. All right, so as I look at the world today, as I look at our political landscape, I don't see the message that the Republicans have, the policies that the Republicans have, as really being a problem. The problem is, it's one basic thing, but it boils down to this, that the Democrats have it easy. Pick an issue in today's world. Uh, Homosexual rights, abortion, the Flint water crisis, the immigration crisis, whatever it happens to be. And as a Democrat, you don't have to consider the Constitution, the law, the founding ideals of our country, what the Founding Fathers actually tried to structure. You don't have to consider personal rights, personal liberty, states' rights. All you have to consider is what can the federal government do through new policies, new administration, and of course, new taxes to pay for it all. And you sell it to the population, a population that is honestly brainwashed by modern education. You sell it to them through their feelings. This is horrible. The federal government should do something about it. And that sets them up because anything you say against it makes you come across as callous and as uncaring. Who would not want to help the people in Flint who are dealing with lead in their water, regardless of the fact of whether it's the city and the state's problem, not the federal government's? Who would not want to help those poor immigrants striving for a better life at the southern border, in spite of the fact that they drugged their children across 1,500 miles of desert to get to our southern border and are now complaining? The fact is that people base a lot of their opinions on their feelings, and the Democrats have it easy. All they have to do is play up feelings every single time. So the number one problem with the Republican Party is communication. I believe that as a conservative slash libertarian kind of, that our policies are right, based on history, based on personal liberty, but to communicate that to a population and make them understand that expanding their rights without a government policy and a government administration is extremely difficult. Ronald Reagan had that ability. Ronald Reagan could express and communicate policies and let people know this is why it's good for you and this is why it's expanding your freedom. But I don't think that a conservative ever since then has really been able to. John McCain, Mitt Romney, Ted Cruz, any of the other politicians we've had since then, they approach the problems kind of like a sledgehammer to bash through any opposition without being able to communicate what it actually means. And it ends up falling on us because the liberal media isn't going to do it. What we need in this world, and Trump doesn't do it either. He is a bull plowing through brick walls to get what he needs done without being able to communicate why what he may be doing is right for the most number of people, why we're fighting for equality for all, not for your individual ideological group. We don't have that politician right now, and that's what we need. That's what the Republican Party needs. There's some other changes I believe it needs. I believe it needs to shift more libertarian, personally, while expanding personal freedoms. But communication is the number one issue. We simply can't communicate a message to people who are basing their decisions not on the law, not on the Constitution, not on our fundamental rights granted to us by God, but based on their feelings? Leave me your thoughts below. I'd like to hear it. And of course, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up.